Right, we continue to cover team coverage of that breaking news in Bricktown. We know at least 8 people were stabbed early this morning. Our crew's working throughout the morning to get you the latest details. And first, we want to get out to KOCO's Shelby Montgomery, who's live at the scene. Shelby.
Good morning. Yeah, that stabbing took place around 1:30 this morning, and police were on scene for several hours investigating. As you can see, that scene is now clear, but earlier around 5 o'clock this morning, I did see several crime scene investigators here. They were walking out of the Pink Parrot with several bags full of evidence. I also saw some social media videos circulating on social media that shows the scene inside right after that stabbing. You can see blood on the floor, several people being helped out of the Pink Parrot. And I also spoke with someone who saw this scene outside of the Pink Parrot. Take a listen.
Like right when I was about to turn in, like I just see everybody start running across the street over here.
So 8 people got stabbed here last night. And
8?
you said you saw the chaos after. People are just running out here.
Oh my God. Yeah, and yeah, I might have seen one of the people that got stabbed, because there was this lady that was getting carried by 2 people, like right across the street here. Because I was driving literally right in front of that barbecue truck.
And you saw just several people
Yeah,
outside.
and you just see people start scattering and running down that way, across the street. And then I had to, do my own thing and get out of there.
A chaotic scene this morning. Right after police left, an environmental team came out here to clean the scene. It was very bloody, a lot of blood coming from the entrance of the club onto the street, onto some of these parking lots here. That has since been cleaned up, as well as several of the bloody rags, the medical gloves, and even sanitation wipes that were scattered all over the road. Scene is clear and it has been cleaned up. Reporting live in Bricktown, Shelby Montgomery, KOCO 5 News.
All right, thank you, Shelby, for that update. And now we want to go over to KOCO's Megan Mosley, who's live at the Oklahoma City Police Department. Megan, do you have any new information this morning?
Yeah, Kylie, like you said, we've been at the Oklahoma City Police Department all morning long. And I want to note here that police gave us initial information on scene this morning. However, we've still been working to get more details from them. And just about an hour ago, they told me that they won't be available until Monday morning. But again, guys, we're going to keep pushing to try to get more information on this hectic scene from this morning. But again, 8 people were stabbed around 1:30 this morning at Pink Parrot in Bricktown. Now, no word yet on any conditions. Now, we know some of them were transported to the hospital by medics. Some went on their own. There is not a suspect at this time, but again, we're waiting to learn more information of really the timeline of events, where that suspect is, and the conditions of all the victims. Reporting live in Oklahoma City, Megan Mosley, KOCO 5 News.
All right, Megan, thank you for that update. This stabbing comes in the midst of a conversation about safety in the Bricktown area. Now, the city council is considering moving up the curfew for people under 18 from 11 p.m. to 9 p.m. And earlier this month, KOCO's Alexandria Williams talked to police and business owners in the area.
The goal is voluntary compliance, right? I mean, it is not the idea where the police department, city staff, anyone else is just going to go seeking out, trying to find people that are violating, or I should say juveniles violating the curfew.
But there are some exceptions. According to Assistant City Manager Jason Fabreci, you won't be in violation of the rule if you're on an errand for a parent or adult, in a vehicle, at a job, attending a school religious or sponsored event, and more.
If we act on, after curfew, a lot of times there is another crime. So the juvenile is committing another crime or something else is happening, and we're making arrests or issuing citations for other crimes, not necessarily curfew.
If anyone under 18 were to be caught, they could face a $50 fine, or depending on the violation, they could face probation and community service. During today's city council meeting, city officials say the new curfew is supported by the Bricktown board and many businesses.
It's the business owners and the stakeholders in Bricktown that are really pushing for this curfew, right? So the police department, we support that, and we believe that unsupervised juveniles that come down to Bricktown, it's just not a good thing. What we find is they gather together, they end up getting in fights.
Brickopolis in Bricktown has already changed their hours, saying unsupervised juveniles cannot be inside their establishment after 8 p.m. The Bricktown Association Board Chair, Chad Huntington, said, quote, "It's important Bricktown continues to grow and thrive, and the proposed curfew will help us retain our spot as OKC's top entertainment district. Ensuring the safety of thousands of visitors every week is our top priority." Alexandria Williams, KOCO 5 News.
All right, we do need to point out that this stabbing happened at 2 a.m., long after both of those curfew times. And we also don't know yet if anyone under 18 was involved, but the curfew is part of that ongoing conversation about making that area safer. And this is not the first time that we've covered serious incidents at that same bar in Bricktown. Now, back in 2019, a fight at the Pink Parrot left one man dead. The victim was punched and later died at the hospital from his injuries. 8 months after that, a man was shot to death. Security cameras caught that deadly shooting outside the bar. And then another fatal stabbing in May of 2021. 2 people were stabbed in that incident. One of them died. These incidents and several others have led to a years-long conversation in Oklahoma City about making the area safer.